Welcome to Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt of the Marquardt Law Firm at marquardtlawfirm.com.
Welcome to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt, on the radio, on Facebook, on YouTube, on talklawradio.com. Today I'm going to be talking about someone who was just sentenced to 40 years in federal prison for terrorizing children. But first, we're going to talk to Steve Warren with Financial Planning HQ. He's going to give us the financial focus. Steve owns and operates Financial Planning HQ to be your CEO of your finances, to manage your accountant, investment advisor, insurance agent, and attorney to help you save time and reach your financial goals. Welcome back, Steve.
It's great to be back, Todd.
Yeah, last week we talked about how our audience would know whether or not they're off track or on track to reach their financial goals. Mm-hmm. Why is that important?
Well, to your audience out there, your audience could really benefit from establishing written financial goals, objectives that require both money and strategic planning to achieve. But to go along with that, everyone out there deserves to have an advisor that can actually monitor the progress or is capable of tracking the progress that they're making towards achieving their financial goals. Every goal, Todd, should have a name, because it's cool to give the goal a name. It makes it a little bit more inspiring to want to achieve. And it should have a target completion date. And with our clients, we actually get to an exact date down the road, and it should have a specific funding requirement as well. So in essence, you end up with a goal that requires money and planning to achieve. And in addition to that, we do ask our clients, what are 2 or 3 words that describe what you're thinking and feeling now that you've achieved the goal? So we take them forward and kind of get them to think about, wow, I really accomplished that. Or I bought that nice vacation home in South Carolina on the coast, or whatever it might be. So if your audience is not confident that their advisor has facilitated a conversation like this and written that into a comprehensive written lifetime financial strategy, then it's going to be impossible to know whether they're on track or off track. In fact, you don't know, right? So it's sort of like, it would be similar to boarding a commercial flight and the pilot has no destination. So you get on the plane, but where is it going to? So without a flight plan, the plane is likely to drift off course.
That's compelling. That's a really good analogy. You wouldn't want to get on a plane where the pilot didn't know where he was going.
Yeah, that'd be scary, right?
Given the complexity of today's markets, Steve, how do you ensure that your clients remain anchored to their flight plan?
Well, in our business, we serve as our client's financial CEO, and in that capacity, we synchronize all of their subject matter experts. So think of all the people, to y'all in the audience, think about all the subject matter experts that you work with, your accountant, your attorney. You probably have various insurance professionals that you work with, and your financial planner as well, your wealth manager. And so what we do is to provide oversight on all of those subject matter experts and the necessary accountability to make sure that they're all coordinated and on the same page of music, if you will. So if that's not happening, then you're probably working with these subject matter experts in a vacuum, and you're doing it on your own, which can lead to, just really a lack of communication. You're probably getting advice that's not in alignment with an overarching strategy. So financial CEO means that we provide oversight on all those subject matter experts. And for anyone in your audience that is seeking this kind of level of, I'll call it strategic coordination, I welcome you to call me. Again, my name is Steve Warren, and I can be reached at 210 685 2722. And we can schedule a short phone consultation and go from there.
Okay, Steve. Could you elaborate on Financial Planning HQ's unique value proposition that distinguishes you from traditional advisory firms?
Yes, absolutely. So the first thing, Todd, is that we operate under a flat fee only. So that makes sure that everybody is on the same page, right? So we charge a flat fee, and we charge our planning clients, they all pay the same fee because the same level of value is delivered. And we do that rather than to charge a percentage of assets under management, which is what most of the industry is. And if you think about it, if your client charges you that way and there's a certain percentage that's taken out of your investments, then you're paying a fee that's probably different. Well, that is different than everybody else because not everybody has the same amount of money.
Right.
And you may be ranked because the industry tends to rank its clients A, B, C, or D, with the A clients being the ones that have more money and the D clients have less money. And in essence, the A client, if you are an A client out there, you are in a way subsidizing the D clients. And that just, to me, there seems to be something wrong with that setup.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing is it's a flat fee. That model is consistent and it's equitable for everybody. That's our client. And furthermore, we're independent, so we're not affiliated with an insurance company. We're not affiliated with a broker-dealer. And that means we can give truly unbiased advice. So we don't sell insurance, we don't sell annuities or insurance products. So that really preserves the objective advice that we give our clients. But I think the biggest difference is the leadership. You probably know that, financial CEOs or CEOs in general of corporations, they make a lot of money. And a lot of people complain about that. But it's because in this country, there's a leadership vacuum. And that definitely exists. And it may exist with your current advisor. Financial CEO means that we'll make sure that all of your subject matter experts are operating from the same page of music. And if you have weak advisors, we'll recommend that you make a change so that you're on the way to getting your financial house in perfect order.
Steve, with Financial Planning HQ, sometimes you say that you give clients a truly inspiring experience. Does that make you unique?
Yes,
I think
absolutely.
it's unique.
Yes, absolutely. The first step that we take like if you came into the office, let's say with your wife, and the first thing we would do is to complete your financial roadmap. So the uniqueness of that experience that I facilitate is that we talk about the why part, the things that are important to you, the things that are important to your wife. And most advisors, I would say, don't do that. They'll probably talk to you about your goals and they'll want to know where your money is and how much money you have and that sort of thing. But why should you have an inspiring financial strategy? And the why part of it is all the things that are important to you and also your wife as well. So that experience delivers a definite breakthrough of clarity, even if we don't work together. And I think that really does separate us because, it's not an easy conversation to have. To facilitate a financial roadmap meeting requires a lot of skill. It really does. And you've just got to ask great questions and you have to listen with empathy. And I remember early in my career when I was working with people, when people were talking to me, I was thinking about what I was going to say as a response instead of truly listening. And, I've been in the business since the late 80s, and it took me a long time to be able to listen with empathy. And I think we're all good at that at Financial Planning HQ. So then that financial roadmap, Todd, if we work together, it becomes a foundation for building a comprehensive written lifetime financial strategy.
So you say you'll do a financial roadmap for someone But if you decide to work together to create a written financial lifetime strategy, does that mean that you don't accept everybody as a client?
Yeah, we don't. I don't accept everybody as a client. So if they come in for their financial roadmap and we're not a good fit, then, I'll let them know that. Or, they may feel that they're not a good fit and the process just doesn't work for them. What we look for is clients that are financial delegators. In other words, they're willing to pay somebody to be their financial CEO to get their entire financial house in perfect order. So we don't work well with do-it-yourselfers or collaborators. I love to work with people, Todd, that are passionate about their goals, and they can clearly articulate them. They name the goal by when, how much money, how they feel if I take them into the future, and so they can actually think, wow, I accomplished that goal. And they're passionate about their goals, so that's really an important thing. And yeah, those are two important characteristics that I feel are necessary. Financial delegator, someone that's passionate about their goals.
If somebody's interested in having this terrific, inspiring experience that you give for a financial roadmap, how do they contact you?
Todd, your audience can reach me at 210-685-2722, and that's 210-685-2722. And my name is Steve Warren, and I'm president of Financial Planning HQ.
We got to take a break. We'll be right back.
This has been Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt, brought to you by the Marquardt Law Firm. You can learn more at marquardtlawfirm.com. And be sure to listen to the full Talk Law Radio show Saturday mornings at 11 on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Most families don't realize they have hidden legal blind spots until it's too late. Wills, trusts, Medicaid planning, even protecting a business. These are the kinds of issues attorney Todd Marquardt helps uncover before they become problems. Todd is the host of Talk Law Radio, where each week he guides listeners through the legal challenges families, veterans, and business owners face, while showing them the practical steps to protect what matters most. Catch Talk Law Radio, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 6:30 a.m. The Word, and now in Houston on AM 1070 and 103.3 FM The Answer, or anytime on YouTube. Planning isn't just about documents. It's about peace of mind, security for loved ones, and building a legacy that lasts. Don't wait for a crisis. Do it before you die.